heavy truck traffic in an application we couldn't in the past. Let's fire it up. Next to me is an ATS system. Great piece of technology. We're quickly approaching 100 pallets a day per excavator on this site. They said it couldn't be done. Go ahead, put it 400,000 square feet. Techo-Bloc's got a solution. That's exciting production. Only from Techo-Bloc.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please welcome to the GIE and Expo New Products Arena stage, Mr. George Biter of Techo-Bloc.
All right. Thank you, Nate, for that introduction. My name is George Biter, and I'm the Northeast Sales Director for Techo-Bloc. For those of you that don't know Techo-Bloc, I'll give you a quick introduction about the company. Techo-Bloc is the leading manufacturer of paving stones and retaining walls in North America. Our headquarters is up in Montreal, Canada, and we produce our products in Montreal and in Pennsylvania, and we've got a footprint for distribution that spans from Quebec City, is up north, all the way down south into North Carolina, pushing west into Ohio, looking for new growth opportunities, and we're excited to be here today to look at those opportunities and to present our iPod app to you. Many of you might ask, why is a paving stone manufacturer getting into the iPod app business? Well, Techo-Bloc has had a long history of supporting the contractor community. And with the proliferation of iPhones and smartphones, what better way to support the contractors out there than with the technology that makes them look more professional and helps them with the selling process. So we're going to walk you through a demonstration here this afternoon. And we're going to show you the iPhone app. We released this device back in January of this year, and already we're up to 2,500 users and growing. 2 weeks ago, we released version 5, which is the universal version, which not only supports iPhone, iTouch, but now supports the iPad 2. And that allows us to take advantage of the beautiful full-screen graphics that that device offers, as well as the embedded gyroscope technology, which we're going to show you how that's able to allow instant measurements on a job site. So, with no further ado, Nate, let's take a look at the app and show them what it's all about. So the app home screen is a very intuitive application. Up on the screen in front of you is the app. There are two different ways that you can use the app. The first is walking through a selling process. And what we've done is we've created a workflow based on contractor interviews and understanding that sales cycle that includes the discovery of needs and getting Mrs. Smith at that kitchen table to understand what she really wants and what you're going to deliver as the installer. So the workflow that we've created has two distinct benefits with that. The first is it walks you through a specific process, and you're going to see here in a minute, it forces you to go through an upselling process as part of that sales cycle. And in today's tough economy, you want to make sure that you're maximizing the value on every single job that you do, and missing that upsell process can mean the difference between a profitable job and a non-profitable job. The second benefit of this is it elevates your level of professionalism at that kitchen table. You're going, as an installer, you're going to that sales call using the latest and greatest technology, and you're positioning yourself as an expert with that technology and being able to back that up with technical information and videos that you'll see to give Mrs. Smith the confidence that you're the installer to do the job and to do it right. So let's take a look at how this works. Like every sales process, the first thing you're going to do is grab customer information. So let's take a look at how we do that. We're going to go into that job section, and we'll start a new job here. We'll call it the Test GIE customer. and we have the opportunity to enter all of that customer information. So we'll just start with a quick phone number, 555-1212, and so on and so forth, and add and make sure you're grabbing all of that contact information at the kitchen table. The user interface is very intuitive. Once you complete that step, all you have to do is go to the lower right where you see the next button, select next, and move on. What this next section does is it's an inspiration section. This is that discovery phase where you're trying to determine what excites Mrs. Smith, the products, the colors, the texture, etc., that get Mrs. Smith excited and help you close that job, which is what we're really trying to do here. So we've got so many different photos here, and you compare this to the traditional method of selling. The traditional method of selling was our catalog, and this is a beautiful catalog loaded with 100 pictures that offer incredible inspiration, and it has great advantages for trade show or home shows and mass distribution. The opportunity, though, is to have a device that takes 100 pictures and now gives you 3,000 pictures to go through. Whereas if you see a product that Mrs. Smith likes in the catalog, you can show her one picture. Now you can show her 20 pictures of that product that are available on the iPad. So it's bridging that gap from a traditional selling tool to a more advanced selling tool. So you can go through these photos one at a time, or you can choose the filter button up in the upper right-hand screen, and we can say, we're only going to look at pavers, we'll take a look at some slabs, maybe some edging and features. There's that upselling opportunity. You want to make sure you select that before you move on. So now I'll simply come back, it's going to digest that filter and limit that. Ooh, we like that fireplace. There's that upsell opportunity again. So we're going to select that by simply touching it, and you see it gets that white cloud around that photograph. What that white cloud does is that tells you that you selected that photograph and you've added that into your favorite section. Whoops. That's that gyroscope. So we're going to continue on here, see what else Mrs. Smith likes in terms of her preference. She likes that Bellagio. We're going to go ahead and select that. And again, you notice that the photographs get highlighted there. She likes that blue product. We're going to go ahead and check that, add that to our favorites. So we have the opportunity to continue to scroll through that in a one at a time, or if you look at the bottom, we have a thumbnail version of this, so I can go through a little more quickly and see other opportunities here. There's that fireplace again. Let's go there. We want to definitely tag that. And finally, we're going to go and we're going to make sure that we have by edging, which we'll go to the thumbnail a little quickly. There it is. And we're going to go ahead and select that edging that she likes. And again, the intuitive interface walks you right through to the next step. Lower right-hand corner, we'll select next. And now we have the opportunity to get that full product description here. So if I go through the products on the left-hand side, you can see that the ones with the star highlighting are tagged as my favorites. So I can go through here, and at this opportunity, Mrs. Smith really liked that blue product. So we're going to select that, and as I mentioned earlier, now you can see I've got 20 photographs available to show Mrs. Smith. Not just the one photograph that might be in the catalog, and I've got 8 colors that I can show her, including our best-selling color, the Harvest Gold, that she really seems to like. So I can go through that, go ahead and close that up. She likes the blue. She said that she liked the Bellagio, which is also highlighted here, and we can go and dial in and make sure through those other 20 photographs that are available in products like blue that yes, that is indeed the product that she wants. So now what we'll do is we'll move to the next stage, again, looking at that lower right-hand button, and we're going to add the shape. And this is the cool part here, because what we'll do is we're going to add a patio element to this, and in the area we have the opportunity to add it as an area square footage or as a wall square footage. For this example, we're just going to leave it as the area. And we're going to go back down here, and the products that we've selected, we like blue. You can see there's the whole family of blue products, but for the patio, blue 60 is the best option for us. And again, we've discussed that she really wants that Harvest Gold option. So we're going to use that as our primary option, and we're going to go as a secondary option. The product that Mrs. Smith really liked to see was that Bellagio. So there, we're going to select our new chocolate brown salad color that she seemed to like. After doing that, we have the opportunity to add the edging, which she said she liked the Avignon, and we're going to go ahead and do that in our chestnut brown. And then last, that upsell opportunity again forces you to look into that and offer that opportunity to Mrs. Smith. So we're going to go to the feature, and you see there in the favorites was that fireplace option that she really seemed to like. And she selected Harvest Gold, so we're going to take a look and add that Harvest Gold option. So we look at all those, we've selected the products, we've nailed down the color, now we're going to measure it. So I have two options, and let me go back there. Up in that screen, you see the little tape measure on the upper right hand of that menu. We'll go ahead and select that tape measure, and we've got the option to either walk the perimeter or we can manually enter it. For the purpose of this being connected here, we're going to go ahead and enter it manually, but I would encourage you to go down to our booth at booth number 3176. We're doing some demonstrations of live walking the perimeter where you let the iPad actually calculate that square footage for you. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to give an immediate measurement, and you can walk in a random pattern, and it'll give you an immediate measurement where the iPad calculates the square footage based on your stride, which we can set in the settings button. So in our example here, we're simply going to add it manually, and we're going to say that this is a 400 square foot patio, and we're just going to use the dimensions of a 20 by 20 patio for simplicity's sake. So that's going to give us 80 perimeter feet. So we're going to go there, say OK, and say done. And now we have the opportunity again, using that intuitive interface, to simply go to the next screen. And this gives us our bill of materials. So we go back into the materials button here, we look at the products here, we have the opportunity to go back and confirm that we're using blue, the colors that she wanted. We can go back and guarantee that we've done all those things and make sure that we have that in the bill of materials. So as we go into materials, whoops, we'll take a look at that job, hit next. Materials. And what this does here is you can see the different materials selected here. It gives you the quantities in the left-hand side, and it also allows us to add products in that you might want to pick up from the dealer. And then the cool thing, in the lower right-hand side, you see a send button. So you can take that bill of materials and immediately, if you're connected to the internet, you can send that to your local dealer, which you can see on the right-hand side here, the list of local dealers. Or what I'll do for this example quickly is we'll just send it to a specific email address, which happens to be myself, bill of materials for the HNA show, and it's going to send them a file. You can type in any other notes you have. Please quote this. Here's the job site. I need this delivered Thursday. What's my quote? And you simply send that off, and it goes off to your nearest dealer. It's that simple. It walks you through that whole process in a methodical way, and it forces you to do that upselling, and it gives you that professional way to show the homeowner that you are the installer, you're ready to do the job right. So we've sent that off to the dealer. They now have our quote, and they're able to deliver pricing information to us, job site delivery information, etc. So some of the other features on this, the functionality that it offers, again, we took a look at the dealer. It offers a quick look at where the nearest dealers are, so you can find a dealer if you're not familiar with our products in the dealer section. And then we talked about that second functionality, which allows you to look up specific technical information. And we're going to take a look at our spec book here and the opportunities that are available now with the spec book. The spec book is Techo-Bloc's guide of technical information that offers you the ability to look at specific packaging information, specific technical information, job site installation, etc. So up in the right-hand corner, we have our table of contents. We can look here, and maybe we just want to take a look at that warranty set page. So this gives you the warranty page, and if I turn it to my portrait, I can see the whole warranty view here. I've got the opportunity to show Mrs. Smith what that Techo-Bloc warranty consists of and give her a little bit more confidence that this product is going to last a lifetime. If I want, through the iPad feature, I can take a screen capture by simply holding the top button and the menu button. You see it flash briefly. Now I've taken a picture of what's on the screen, and I'm going to go back into photos and show you how I can email that to Mrs. Smith if I wanted to. The other features that this has in the spec guide is I talked about that blue product that I wanted. I can confirm my sizes. I just simply go to blue and bang, I'm instantly at the specific product packaging information page. So I can see here that my cubing is 116 square feet per pallet, my weights, all that information now is immediately at your fingertips on an iPhone or an iPod, so you don't have to carry around all these catalogs. And the benefit to that is if you're a job owner and you run short on a job and you need to get that extra product, you don't have to go fumbling through and find that. You can immediately pull it up on your smartphone or iPad device and then go to your local dealer and find that product and finish the job. And again, if I wanted to take a picture of this, I simply press the menu button and the top button. It flashes, it takes a picture of that, and allows me to email that off through my photo gallery, which I'll show you. The other thing this offers on the spec book is all of the technical information. So if I go down into the technical information here, and I scroll through here, if I were doing a permeable paver project and there were questions about that from the homeowner, I could immediately pull up this beautiful graphic cross-section of a permeable paver project and explain that in great detail, far better than I could if I had to go through and grab other pieces of literature. I have it all on my fingertips, and I can immediately show the homeowner what we're doing, and again, give them the confidence that we're the installer that can do the job and to do it right. So that's the spec book functionality. And we'll go back to the final aspect of this, which is the video section. And again, we talked about the opportunity to escalate your level of professionalism and show that technical information. What this does is when you go to the video section, you'll be connected immediately to the Techo-Bloc YouTube channel. And on that channel, we have over 300 videos that offer technical information and installation information on installing pavers, installing retaining walls, installing heated pavements that we've done, installing barbecue islands, you name it, it's in there from a technical aspect with great 30, 90-second video segments so you can show the homeowner what you're going to do in their backyard, and again, give them the confidence that you're the installer to do that project right. So once you're connected into that YouTube channel, the benefit of that is you are now connected in real time. So as Techo-Bloc adds new videos to that YouTube channel, they are immediately brought up on the iPod app, and you have that at your fingertips. For example, we were just up in New Hampshire shooting our latest and greatest technical spot. Those will be immediately available on the iPod app. You don't have to wait for DVDs and stuff to get mailed anymore. You have that. So if Mrs. Smith asks you, well, how are you going to do that? And you wanted to look at something like a decorative banding option, you can immediately immediately show her. Might take a while because of the connection here and too many wireless networks. You can immediately go to YouTube and show that segment here of what you're going to do. So we'll walk you through that video and present that to Mrs. Smith for how you're going to do that decorative banding in just a short 90-second video. So those are the benefits of the Techo-Bloc app. Walking through a job site in a specific methodical workflow and forcing you to use those upgrade options. We took a look at how to find the technical information on that and how to take some screen captures. And if I simply go back into my photo album, I can take a look at that screen capture. They had asked about the warranty, and now I can select the warranty, and I have the opportunity to email that photo directly to the customer or to the end user. Just cancel out of that for now. Or we took that page of blue and we wanted to email that out to our dealer or to the homeowner. We have the opportunity to do that as well. And finally, what we'll take a look at is all of this information is now available free to you on the iTunes store. You just go to your iPod app, select the search function, and look for Techo-Bloc. It is a free application. We're constantly evaluating it and getting customer feedback. If you look on the App Store, you've got the developer website and you've got the app support. There's a full user guide available that you can download and make yourself more familiar with this application as well. And again, it's brought to you at no charge by Techo-Bloc to support the contractor community. So I appreciate your time here today. If there are any questions, I'd like to entertain that. We can go through a live demo, but any questions from you folks in the audience? Trade showed out after the first day. All right, great. Well, I appreciate your time. Again, if you go to booth 3176, we'll give you an actual demonstration of how to use that walk the perimeter function where you can calculate your stride and take actual measurements where you're not connected to a wire that's going to limit what you're doing. So we appreciate your time and thank you very much for coming to our press conference.